Good evening, people. Hope everybody's well. Hope everyone's had a great week and you've been safe. That's the main thing. As we said last week, I'm so excited tonight. It's like a kid with a new toy. As we said last week, we have a special guest in. Mr. Stewart Furini has agreed to come on as one of my guest airworms. So let's bring in the gentlemen. So they should be unmuted. So there you go. Here they are, the dynamic duo trio, should we say? So I have Mark, the gentleman Woodturner, Wayne, the Woodturner, and our special guest Stewart Furini. Thank you so much, Stuart, for coming over tonight.
Oh, a pleasure, Steve. Thanks for asking me. I'm looking forward to this.
Well, you won't not say that by the end of the night, but
just to be part of a bit of banter is good fun. That's what I've missed about not being able to go to club.
Exactly, yeah. That's what we do it for the banter mostly, and they all pick on me, so it don't make any difference. So, let's stick you gentlemen in the background. We'll just go through what we're going to do. People are going to hate me for this. So, Mark's sniggering in the background, look. We have a piece of you that's got a few cracks in it, as you can see. I've super glued it, but we're going to colour it. I'm waiting for the banter to come in. I'm waiting for it.
That's right, folks. He's colouring you.
The only reason I'm
in the room.
But the only reason I'm colouring it is because some cracks in it. If there was no cracks in it, I wouldn't worry about it. But because there's cracks in it, those three have ganged up on me all night and made me turn this and colour it. So I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, you liar!
I was going to do a basic bowl, you know, and no, that ain't good enough for these guys. So anyway, I'll make a start on this, get in a rough shape, and these gentlemen will tell me who's in the chat, and we'll welcome all you nice people in.
Right, so Colin, disappointed again, beaten into second place. Before King Owls was first. Wood Wizardry by Colin, Douglas Mungham, Doug Miller, John S., Malcolm Douglas, Robert Nye. I believe Robert Nye is a club member with Stuart.
Hi, Bob.
Mr. Stacey Smith, Circular Wood by Keith, another club member with Stuart.
Hi, Keith.
Going down, the Mini Turner, which is my nephew, Marley.
Hi, Marley.
Hello, Marley. Robert Nye, Barry Chitty, Mr. Stacey Smith, the real Jennifer Stroughton.
Good evening, Jennifer.
Who else have we got?
Hi, Jennifer.
Douglas Mungham, I said him. Barry Chitty, Brent Beecroft, IDR Woodturning, Paul Lockwood, Ian Leonard, Steve Combs, Ivy Woodshed, Mick Dews, going on down the list. Brian at Hardwood Turning. I think that's everyone. If I did miss you out, I do
Shout.
apologise. Shout out again and I'll call your name out. But I
Steve
think that's
Coombs.
it. Yeah, I said Steve.
Michael Azzopardi.
All right,
Oh
okay.
no, missed him.
All right, lovely job, man. Lovely. Thank
That's
you
it.
all. Thanks for all coming over. And
Ben Gammon, Richard Benton. That's your dad.
yeah, Rich is my dad. Should be Bunton, but Benton. You know, it's near enough, isn't it? Right.
Doors
Door
in.
60.
Hi, door 60.
Evening. Right. So what we'll do.
55 in, Steve.
Thanks, Mark, for that. So what we'll do is we'll get a rush shape. I'm going to try and turn these cracks out here. And I see in the chat that Keith has given me permission to colour, so we're all right.
You.
Colouring you. What are you thinking of?
You asked me to.
Dispute that.
You asked me to.
Christine and Michael have come in.
Hi, Christine, Michael.
Hi, Christine. Hi, Michael.
Remember, everybody, if you've got a question for either Steve, Wayne, or especially even Stuart, start your question with the word question or a couple of question marks. Please.
Quickly, Stuart, just type something in the chat quickly, mate. And I'll
In
put
the
you as a, and I'll put you as,
YouTube chat.
and I'll put you as a moderator. Then you can put links in if you need to them.
Valerie Henschel's just
Woodturner
come
by
in.
Bandstrup has just come in, and Valerie as well.
Oh, sugar.
There is a question in, and most of it's in capitals from Douglas, which says, Steve, what is wrong with you? Question mark.
I did see that. I did see that. Blame
Does that
Mark.
require a long answer, or is there a short answer?
Can I think about that one and get back to him?
Stuart, I can tell you what's wrong with him. He's easily led by his earworms.
I never said a word. It wasn't me, by the way.
Yeah, right. Use the instigator.
Lord.
Oh, I see Valerie's joined.
Hi, Valerie.
Hi, Val.
Hi, Val. I don't know if my package has arrived for you yet. I hope it, if it hasn't, that it gets there soon and safely.
Oh, Chisky's come in. Evening, Chisky.
I'll say one thing.
Paul Lockwood said,
He's walking a thin line, he is.
should be thumbs down. Should be thumbs down. Yeah, it should be thumbs down by everyone, or go and watch Mike Walters. He would never colour you. Paul, Mike never colours anything.
Yeah.
Thumbs down? What's going on here? Thumbs down?
Wayne, or if he does, he just doesn't tell anybody.
Douglas Mungham said, has Steve not got any junk wood to use? Let's just wait and see the end product first.
Yes, never judge a bowl by its colour.
Oh, very good.
I like that. I like that.
Although I do a lot of colouring, I think the first thing is getting a nice shape with nice flowing curves, really, and then the colour is something additional.
Yeah, I agree. I've just got that nasty crack in it. I know it's not going to colour because it's full of super glue.
Benjamin says, now, Steve, don't balls it up with a funnel in front of your idol.
No pressure then, Ben.
Well, my fellow earworms have seen my latest funnel, but I won't be showing it to the rest of you.
Yeah, because you'll never live it down, Stu, if you show them.
No, and it will spoil the shot of a video that's going to come out in mid-December as well. So,
Mick Jews, that's exactly what I said to Steve. You can't have Stuart in the house and not colour.
So it was your fault then, Mark.
Yeah, all right, I admit it. Up broad shoulders.
Right.
the question: if he does colour it, it will only be accepted unless it's a funnel. All right, so maybe we get away with colouring you if it's a funnel.
Funnel. Don't know if I should try and tell a bit more of that crack out there.
It looks like it goes quite deep, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's right up to here, but
Yeah, it does look like it goes quite deep.
let's just do one more pass, see what we can do. Famous words, one more pass.
You're used to saying that.
One thing to think about. I know you've super glued that, Steve. But one thing to think about, seeing as how it does go that deep, you might want to think about using a tenon on the bottom rather than a mortise.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, funny enough, Wayne, when I started that pass. Because then I can cut it off, then, can't I, at the end? So
yeah, and the other thing is, if you use a mortise on that with the crack going that deep, once you start cleaning the inside out, it's going to spread. Chances are you're going to blow it apart.
And we don't want that.
A question there for you, Stuart, from Douglas Mungham. How long have you been turning?
I sort of have had 2 goes at turning. I bought my first lathe when I was 40, which is 12 years ago now, and turned for about 18 months, mostly pens actually, which was good fun. And then I sort of lost impetus and interest, and it started gathering dust in the corner. But I kept up a subscription to a few woodwork magazines and UK workshop, a forum on the internet, and saw on there in 2013 a notice of a new woodturning club starting near me in Port Slade. I'm in Brighton. So I went along to that meeting in 2013. I think actually the first or I think about the second or third demo was actually Terry from Chestnut Products demonstrating finishing stuff. But I met some turners there who also belonged to another club in Sussex, and I went along to that club, which is a club that Keith's a member of, and Scott, who I know many of you know, and also Michael, of Christine and Michael, and joined that club as well, and saw Mick Hanbury doing a platter, which he coloured with chestnut spirit stains and black paint and textured with a Proxon. So from that point, I did a bit more turning, and really the last 3.5 years, I've turned much more regularly and been demonstrating and occasionally selling things when I get myself organised. Was that too long an answer? I did rather ramble, didn't I?
No, don't worry.
No, that was fine. That was
People
fine.
are coming. All right.
Paul Lockwood's asking.
Steve, Paul Lockwood is asking what's.
Go on. Now, go on. You started.
No, you're fine, Mark. Carry on.
What speed are you turning at, mate?
Number 7, about 1500 RPM.
Just he said it looks very fast for a piece with cracks.
About 1500. That ain't fast, is it really?
Right.
Terry's in from TG Turning. Valerie is
Terry?
asking, does England have oysters? Oh, yes, we do. Because she fills large cracks with ground up oyster shell, mother of pearl.
Oh.
Nice.
Another question from Douglas.
Yeah, I mean, Steve could fill that.
Sorry,
Steve
carry on.
could
Wes.
fill those cracks up with just about anything, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. There's a question from Douglas. Would Stuart colour you? Yes, but I got more stick for it than Gary Lowe did. And when he did a lovely piece of coloured you, I turned mine into a bit of a joke video. So if you look on my YouTube channel, I think it's called the U's Revenge or something. It was a very subtle and sensitive colouring. I felt, but the U didn't like it and jumped out of the chuck, sacrificed itself.
Freedom!
Yeah. Forking Owls has got a question. What's the best way to stop tools and pro edge from going rusty?
Use them.
Use them, yeah.
Paste wax.
Why are they? I've got to ask a question back on that and say, why are they going rusty in the first place?
Yeah, must be a damp workshop or something, I reckon.
Yeah, I suppose a bit of paste wax on the pro edge table and would give it a bit of protection.
Make sure you clean,
If it's in a shed or a small workshop, what I would recommend is get a fairly cheap dehumidifier.
Or even some of their moisture bags.
Mr. Stacey Smith is asking, whereabouts is your club, Stuart? He's having trouble finding one near him. He's near Uckfield.
Right. The two clubs I go to when they are open for walk-in members, one is in Lancing, that's South Downs Woodturners, and the other one is Stenning, and that's West Sussex Woodturners. But Uckfield is not that easy to get to from Uckfield to either of those places particularly. I know there's one near Ashdown Forest.
No, it's not.
Demo there. I'll see if I can find the name of it and put it in the chat.
Klondike Craftsman's in. Hi, Lewis.
Hi, Lewis.
Congratulations, Lewis, on going past 500 subs.
Oh, is he? Well done.
Yeah. 507 now, I think he is.
Oh, yeah, I've been away for a week and everything's happened.
All right. Good evening, Lewis.
Wood Dude's in.
Oh, hang on.
Hello, Wood Dude.
Evening. I've got a horrible feeling I've made that mortise, that tenon, too small. But we'll find out when we turn up.
Does look a little small.
I thought it was 40 mil internal, but I will quickly check it before we colour.
What jaws are they? See, an Axminster?
No, record. Yeah, it's too bloody small. No, it's 44 mil, not 40 mil. Stupid boy,
Oops.
Pike. Stupid boy. I'm glad I checked before I coloured it.
You're getting as bad as JP.
Mike Doyle's in.
Hi, Mike.
I blame the nerves.
Yes, the pressure's getting to me. Look out this way. The more I take off the bottom, the less I've got to take out the middle.
Brent Beecroft's got a question.
So Bob Nice put in to Mr. Stacey. He belongs to the South Down Woodturners, plus another of our members lives in Uckfield.
Brent Beecroft says, Stuart, is the chestnut spirit stains best applied with an airbrush?
No, I think you get different effects. It depends what you're aiming for. I like to use the airbrush if I'm doing masking or using stencils, but you could dab it on through stencils. But I think you can get a very nice effect with just putting it on a bit of kitchen roll, wiping it on, or dabbing it on. That's one of my favourite ways of putting it on, actually. So that rather than there being a wash of colour, there are several colours together, which I think gives a bit more depth to the look of the colour rather than solid block of colour. So the airbrush is fun for getting more a little bit more adventurous with putting designs over a rim or on a box or something.
So it can release your creativity a bit more, can it?
Yeah, definitely. Especially when combined with masking tape and stickers and stencils.
I'd have to agree there. I love using the airbrush, and I'll love using the dab it on process as well. In fact, if people want to go back and if they haven't seen it already, on last week's live that Steve did, he did the autumnal colours using the intrinsic colours, the Hampshire Sheen intrinsic colours, and he was, I believe, you were dabbing it on last week, Steve, to get the different coloured effects.
Yeah, tissue paper.
Yeah.
Tissue paper.
Yeah, tissue paper. Yeah.
Hodgepodge Woodworks is in. Hi, Hodgepodge.
Hi, Robert.
Evening, Robert.
And of course, Harry the Beaver will be there with him.
Harry.
Harry. We love his beaver.
Easy. What you saying?
I see a comment from Colin from Wood Wizardry about waiting to join the club at Cheam. That's a lovely club. I've done a demo there, so hopefully when this damn virus, as you say, is sorted out, that you can join and go along there. Very nice club.
Yeah, I was supposed to do a demo down at East Surrey Woodturning Club this summer, but obviously that didn't happen.
Danny Boy's in. Hi, Danny.
Hi, Daniel. How you doing, sir?
Another tongue-in-cheek question from Douglas. Has Steve been away for a week practicing not making funnels? Lol.
Do you know, I was even in Martin's live on Tuesday night, and this lot are bringing up funnels. Oh, Steve, Martin, ask Steve what funnels are like.
I mean, it's not. I don't know why, Steve. It's not like you made 2 funnels in 2 weeks. Oh wait, Ish did.
Yeah, but that was weeks ago. That was weeks ago.
You're only as good as your last funnel.
Yeah, well, the night ain't over yet, Stuart. Right, let's get this sanded up.
But seriously,
the thing is, Steve has been and bought some stainless steel ring things for doing jewellery, so now he's got an excuse for making funnels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just worried if you are going to make a funnel that the colouring you use should be food safe.
As long as it's not flame retardant, because if I put a funnel on, I'd be going on the fire.
Personally, I think there's nothing wrong with
Valerie's saying, "Yep, time for a Funnel Club T-shirt."
Personally, I think there's nothing wrong with a good funnel as long as you do it well.
Oh, I did it well, all right. I did repair one with a pan coin.
Yeah, I've got a Funnel Club T-shirt.
Me too. Great T-shirts. I think someone should actually do a proper funnel demo though, and I wonder if they would go wrong and end up with a bowl.
Pete from Twisted Trees did one. He tried to make purposely made a funnel. The only problem was it was so popular, people keep asking for them now, so they can use them to fill things with liquid.
Which inertia sander are you using there, Steve?
The Robert Sorby one.
All right. I got so carried away with the banter, I didn't see if all of the crack got turned away.
No, not quite. It's still a little bit.
Nope.
Still a little bit in there.
Adrian's in.
Hi, Adrian. Just in there, look. Just sitting. Don't know if you can see that, can you?
Alex Lammy's in as well. Hi, Alex.
It's just a little bit in there, but hopefully,
Cool.
just a little tiny bit there. So hopefully that'll be okay.
Oh, yeah.
Ben has got a question for you, Stuart. What's your opinion on leaving the Mortise? For, against, or not bothered?
If I was making it to finish and be a finished item, I would take the Mortise off, or if it was going to be the foot, I would turn it down a little bit and put an angle on it that wouldn't be held in a chuck anymore. For platters, I generally tend to use a recess for those, which is normally about 2 or 3 millimeters deep, and I leave that because I'm a very, very lazy seller, and I often will rework the finish on a platter rim to make another video. So yeah, a lot of the videos you see
for me,
about
the only time if I'm using a Mortise on a bowl, about the only time I remove that is if it's going to be a competition piece.
Oh, what a beautiful piece of wood.
Don't colour it.
I can't believe you're going to colour that. What are you thinking, man?
I'm going to colour it. You told me to, Mark. I'm going to colour it. Question is,
myself, because I prefer Mortise, if I have a Mortise and I know I'm going to leave it, I make sure I put some details in it to make it a feature. You know, some lines, burn lines, texture in, just to show I thought about it, rather than just leave it plain.
Yeah, I must admit, I do the same. Put a few little lines on the bottom. Right,
Yeah.
so
Mark, can you put a link into Keith's channel, please?
Yeah, I'm just doing it.
So the question is, what colour are we going for?
I wouldn't bother, to tell you the truth.
Looks like
I know. No, Steve. In all seriousness, we had a bit of a laugh before the show started, but looking at that bowl at the moment, I wouldn't colour it.
Right, okay. What about the crack? We've still got a crack in it. Can you see that?
Character.
Oh yeah, you can't feel it because I've super glued it. But...
Yeah. Right. The thing is with cracks on you is that you always tend to have cracks, and I tend just to leave them.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Right, so sand and seal it then. Once I've sand and sealed it, it's too late then.
Paul Lockwood says Woodwax 22 is a great colour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
you can always colour the inside.
I was thinking that, but I didn't want to say it because I thought maybe I'd be wrong. Yeah, colour the inside. That'd be completely different then.
No, just colour the rim.
Just the rim?
Yeah.
Just highlight the rim with a bit of colour.
Yeah. Hobby Turner's in. Evening, Adrian.
How you doing, Adrian?
That's the link for Circular Wood by Keith. He's trying to get to 100 subs.
Cheers, Mark.
Good luck with that, Keith.
He ain't far off, is he? He's got 70 on there, hasn't he?
Adrian has said, my aunt would say red and green to make it Christmassy. I remember doing red and green once on a live, and it was absolutely bloody awful.
I did red and green last week, didn't I?
Yeah, never repeat yourself.
Well, yeah, but you had other colours in as well, Steve.
I did red and green last week. Look.
Oh, Keith's on 99.
Ooh.
Come on, people. There's enough people in here, I bet, that haven't subscribed to Circular Wood by Keith. It's a really good woodturner. He started doing lives to share his experience with all of us newbies and experienced turners alike.
Hang on,
Go and
all right,
give him a sub.
hang on a minute. Let me go and sub to him then.
You can always sub to him with your other channel,
What other
Kit
channel?
Falls joined us from the Isle of Bute.
your Land Rover channel.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Oh, right. So you haven't used that one to sub to any of us then?
No, I didn't even. I even subbed to myself for that one. To be honest, didn't even think about it. It's a good idea, Mark. Guys. All right, bit of
I'm subbed
Yorkshire
to
grit. What, my Land Rover one?
Yeah.
Be some new videos coming soon, mate. When I start revamping the silver one.
The Silver Beast.
Yeah, she will be by the time I'm finished with her.
You
Right.
should be over
I
100
don't know
now.
if everybody. I don't know if everybody knows this, but Steve doesn't actually have a day job. He does have a day job, but
I know where he's
it
going
just
with
tends
this.
to. It tends to. His day job tends to be repairing Land Rovers.
Clearing
That's all
up
he
oil
does with
spills.
them.
Wayne,
I've only ever seen him drive one once.
And that was the MOT station.
Wayne, he spends most of his time clearing up oil spills.
No, that's why I got gravel, mate. It just soaks in the ground.
Mind
Yes,
you,
sir.
I've got to say, the last time he had to repair one of his Land Rovers was because Glyn Senior stood on a footrest.
Yeah, snap the fucking footrest.
Yeah.
Sure, I shouldn't swear. Snap the footrest off. Jesus.
Oh, well done. Keith's gone to 107 now.
Oh, well done, Keith.
Keith, go into YouTube
Nice one,
Studio
Keith.
and apply for your custom URL. They don't give it to you
Oh, Andy Heath's
automatically.
in. Good evening, Andy.
Evening, Handy.
Hi, Andy.
So we'll end up with a nice shiny bottom after this, then, hopefully.
Jim Bob has said Steve always phones him when his Land Rover breaks down.
Good old Jimbo.
God, that's got to be 3 times a day.
You say that. It did take me 4 hours the other day to get the silver one to start. The reason being is because the battery was so flat on it that the immobiliser cut in and locked everything down. Bloody thing.
Baz is in. Hi, Baz. Bonjour.
Hi, Baz.
Bonjour, Barry.
And Land Rover being Land Rover, you have to put a EKA code through the door lock. Man, what a pain in the backside that is. Modern technology for you. Right.
Terry is 37 away from 100. TJ turning.
Douglas is asking where Glyn is because Yorkshire Grit was mentioned. Glyn, I would think, at this time on a Friday night, is either still working on making
Or asleep.
Yorkshire Grit or he's sitting having a drink. One of the two.
Yeah. Chilling out.
He's been exceptionally busy at the moment doing grit, and you've got to realise that the guy is doing it himself.
Yeah.
All
All on
these
his
orders
own.
that go all over the world, he does himself.
And there's only him in there. It's just himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because Joe doesn't get down to the unit very much anymore. So Glyn is basically there by himself doing all these orders, and he's just got a new distributor in Germany. Killinger Lathes or Killinger Lathes, however it's pronounced, have started as the German distributor for Yorkshire Grit now.
This is nice to hear. Another supplier.
Barry's Wood Creations is in. Hi, Barry.
Hi, Barry. How you doing, sir? So I'm going to give this a cut of microcrystalline wax, I think.
That link that I've just put in is for TJ Turning, Terry Bray. Another really good turner who's just started doing lives. And there's Colin's link as well. A newbie like myself, go along and give him some support.
Put Barry's in there as well, can you, please, Mark? Barry's wood creation. Did you say he's in the chat, Barry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just call me Mr. Link Provider.
Right, get this buffed up.
Alan Biddulph.
Yes, Douglas. Glenn is very busy at the moment.
A question for you, Steve. What's the diameter? Well, that's not what's been typed, but I'll read what was meant to be typed. What's the diameter of the piece?
Hang on a minute and I'll measure it for you. Do you want them real inches or?
Yeah, real inches. What was the Brexit if we can't go imperial?
Great big workshop, we can't find a tape. Here we go.
I think we should be guessing. I think it's about 8 3/4.
Oh, Valerie's saying.
What do you reckon it is, Stuart?
About
Valerie is saying that she's got 11 subscribers.
7.5.
Oh, I always overestimate.
Yeah, that's what my wife says.
Don't we all?
Or 2.5.
Douglas is asking Mark, are you getting extra pay for linking?
Yeah, I'm getting double what I normally get paid.
He's getting double naffle.
Double nothing.
Oh,
Double
good,
nothing.
good. I like to hear that.
Well, I don't know if it's the same the countrywide, but the kids I teach use the term linking for hooking up with each other now. Very confusing.
That's why Mark's so good at it, you see.
I wish.
Well, he has got a twinkle in his eye, hasn't he?
Lewis has just put in there,
single,
hashtag Bashers Ad Agency.
Bashers Ad Agency.
Do funnels come in inches? Mick Jews wants to know.
They could do by the end of the night. Right, there you go. It's a bit shiny, isn't it? Turn it off. Still shiny. It's a nice pattern in there. I'm glad I
A
didn't.
better question than that is do you get funnels in half sizes?
Half a funnel?
Valerie says she wants to see 5-inch funnel fixes.
5-inch. That's a hell of a funnel.
No, I think she says 5 funnel fixes. She's just got it in apostrophes.
Oh, right, okay. Alan, the lathe that Steve's got. Alan, the lathe that Steve's got is exceptionally quiet, but also he's wearing noise-cancelling headphones, so the microphone isn't picking up the noise of his lathe or his extractor.
Right then. Drum roll. Let's go
pressure.
For it. No
Adrian
pressure.
is asking Stuart, can we hope that we can get a live from you this Sunday, Stuart?
Yes, you can hope. It depends if my wife lets me.
There's always hope.
We all live in hope.
Maybe. I haven't done one for a while. I normally like to give people a bit of notice. And 5 o'clock was actually on Sunday, was the sort of slot I managed to find. I don't know if someone else has jumped on it now, but I tried to find a weekday slot, but Wayne had got them all.
Oh, no, I've only got 3. In fact, Stuart, you're at work for 2 of them.
Yeah,
I've only got the Wednesday evening.
Yeah, that's true.
Steve, before you start,
yeah,
have you got the gauge I made you handy? Not that I doubt your ability, but
this one.
Yeah, just to be safe.
Anything for you. Anything to keep you.
Well, I've got a better one than that.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Battle of the gauges.
Oh, thank you for that, Valerie.
Yeah, mine works, Mark.
So does mine. When I use it.
Well, it didn't.
No, I didn't use it.
Valerie's offered to plead with my wife for me. I'd rather you didn't, because you probably wouldn't appreciate me being cheeky about her. Adrian, version 5 of the ribbon bowl you'd like to see, would you? Oh, golly. That would be taking it to its limit.
Lewis says, hashtag gauges only work when you use them.
Yeah.
True.
Oops.
I think Adrian's giving me some gentle joshing about my ribbon bowl, or a woven pattern. We'll have to get David McClernand to show you that. I haven't had the patience to sit down and have a go at one of those yet.
I tell you what, I would love to be able to do some of the stuff that David does. Some of the artwork that he actually produces is magical.
Is it actually artwork, or is it like stenciling that he does? I can't work out whether he paints them on or whether they're stencils.
I'm not actually certain, but I don't really care.
Oh no, I know what you're saying. They are really good.
Right, I've got a controversial question for Stuart then. While we've got him here. Segmented pieces, Stuart. Discuss.
Say that again.
Segmented pieces. Discuss.
Segmented pieces discussed.
Discuss, as he talked about.
I admire segmented makers' patience and their precision, and I think it's something I will probably never do. So
shot you in the foot, innit, boy?
Yeah. Bugger.
But it's not that I don't think it's skillful and beautiful. It's just it just doesn't speak to me. Maybe because I only get really 2 hours at the weekend to do any real turning. So
it doesn't appeal to me in the least. And like I've said to Mark before, I really appreciate the time and effort that goes into segmenting, and some of the segmenting turning out there is absolutely beautiful. But I just can't see the point.
Yeah, I can see the point in building up something bigger from a flat plank, to make a larger bowl from it, which I might have to do actually, as I'm running low on stock. But yeah, the patience. I mean, if you watch my videos, you see I just slap stuff on. But God, I couldn't take 3,000 pieces of wood and glue them together and keep it neat. It would have to be a real mismatch or something, and I'm not sure it would look very good anyway.
Correct. That just appeals to me. Something I really want to have a go at. I like the therapeutic nature of...
Douglas is asking you a question, Stuart.
Oh, yeah.
Who influenced you to start turning, and what do you mostly turn?
Well, the influence actually comes from an uncle of mine, my uncle Steve, who always had a workshop, always used to go and visit him and be fascinated by his workshop. Oh, we break off for exciting news.
No, Steve. That's a really good name. That's all.
Oh, Steve, a good name. Brilliant name. Steve's with workshops are my favourite people. And in fact, I just remembered
you can come back again, Stuart. You can.
Thank you. I've just remembered that he was the first person who showed me how to play around with an airbrush, so he's got a lot to answer for. But about 13, 14 years ago, I'd thought about turning, and I hadn't really ever pursued it. But at my sister's wedding, he said, "Well, have you got a lathe?" Because I told him about my workshop, and I said no. He said, "Well, I've got one you can have." So I thought, "Oh, okay." So I went to visit him, and he showed me his workshop and fantastic setup and the lathe, and there it was, bolted on the bench. And he talked about it and talked about turning, and lent me something to go on a metal lathe that I'd acquired. And then he didn't give it to me. So I thought, oh, okay, I better get one. And buying one, and had all the fun with it. In terms of colouring, how that started, it would be a Mick Handy demo from West Sussex Woodturning.
He was one of my influences.
Yeah. I mostly turn platters so that I can put some colour on the rim, although I have been branching out into doing high-sided bowls or even dog bowl shapes. Yeah, so that you can colour the outside and still have something large on the inside, so of more use than a sort of decorative platter. I turned a lot of pens to begin with, and I like turning boxes too, but I haven't done a box for a while. Probably what I turn most is platters.
Danny Boy says that depth gauge is very much the same as a cycle wheel dishing tool. What a great idea. Thank you. I made it. But I stole the idea from a couple of other woodturners. I got fed up with watching Steve.
Doesn't work as good as mine, though.
Oh, shut up.
Now, girls.
Yeah.
There's going to be depth gauges at dawn.
I noticed Wayne struggled to find the other piece to his depth gauge the other day. Had to search around for it. Mine's just in one piece there, handy, you know. Don't think I didn't notice that.
Yeah, but at least I get an exact depth. Yeah, but just remember, I get an exact depth on mine, rather than a funnel, like you got.
I got a funnel because I didn't use the depth gauge at all, and I was taking a tenon off, and I pushed too hard.
Benjamin said, my first Woodturning VHS was Reg Slack, and he was gripped. Reg Slack was an absolute brilliant turner.
Yeah, I've got one of his videos. Very good.
Just clean that with a scraper. I know it's sin.
I think when I started, I wasn't really aware of all the stuff that was on YouTube, so I started with the Keith Rowley book that gets recommended to lots of new turners.
Oh yes, yeah, very good book.
Yeah, I got the video as well. It was very thorough, and a great way of starting safely in your own workshop without having a person to show you what you should be doing.
I'm trying to think of the other one. Who was it wrote a foundation in turning?
That was Keith Rowley, I think.
Yeah, was it Keith Rowley?
Yeah, foundation woodturning, a course or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I'll have to have a look. Anyway. And Ben is also saying that he's designed a depth gauge like mine that works with a rotating headstock. This time next year, he'll be a millionaire. Oh, nice one, Ben.
Are you selling shares, Ben?
He'll have one.
Adrian has said he's only coloured 4. Adrian said he's only coloured 4 bowls, a water droplet one, which was influenced by me, a cosmic clouds one, which was influenced by, that'll be Gary Lowe, Scottish turner, and me. And my absolute favourite turned out that best first time ribbon a la Stuart.
There you go.
Oh, my work is done. Even though it's got cracks in, that is a lovely piece of wood, Steve.
It is, isn't it? It's very pretty.
It is, isn't it?
I don't think you should colour the inside either.
I think you might be right, Stuart. Just give it a little bit of a sand up.
Yeah. Terry has said Tobias K did a course, but it was on DVD a long time ago. Another Devon Woodturner, not far from me. And also, Tobias K is the only woodturner in the past 30 years to do something new. And that is the sounding bowl. Nobody has ever done anything like that before with any sort of musical instrument. Andy has said, I have to say I have done several platters, mostly inspired by Stuart and Wayne. Thanks, gents. No problem, Andy.
Pleasure, Andy. Nice to see you. Andy belongs to both of my wood turning clubs.
Do you know, it always helps when you've got a drill if you charge your batteries up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Adrian said, to make Stuart's head even larger, he gave us a great demo night the other week and even spoke to me after the barricade I gave him during the session.
It was nothing compared to a 15-year-old unruly teenager who doesn't want to study poetry.
Right, I think there's been a bit of a chat with segmenting. Paul Lockwood does quite a lot of segment turning and has done quite a few videos on it as well, and has done different jigs and things and stuff like that. So go across to Paul. Mark, is there any chance you can stick Paul's channel in the chat?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that now.
Jigsy's said I've got to leave, so bye-bye, Jigsy.
Who's that?
Jigsy's shed.
Oh, see you later, bud.
We'll catch the rest later. Benjamin, what do I teach? I teach English, language and literature. If I taught wood turning, I wouldn't want to teach the kids. I'd be too busy doing it myself, I think.
Good job you're not a woodwork teacher, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
That's one point in my life, Stuart. That's what I was training to be. English teacher.
Oh, right.
English and geography, secondary level.
Yep.
I was 3/4 of the way through my PGCE when I realised that I hated kids.
The
Masses
kids,
of
right.
kids.
It's the adults I can't always find easy to get on with. Yeah,
I love kids. It's just I don't love 30 kids in a classroom. So I became a driving instructor instead. It was one-on-one.
All right.
That sounds really nice, that, you, don't it?
It usually does, Steve, yes.
Usually does.
That usually does.
No, that wasn't actually meant as a pun.
But it worked. Take it and run.
Yeah, lovely. It does check quite easily, doesn't it? If you sound
It
it at
does.
too
Yeah.
high speed.
Yeah, it's nice.
You've done really well there.
Thank you very much, Mark. That's enough of them, I think.
I was going to say it's very unusual for you.
Enough's enough. Please, no more. Please, no more.
Oh, Valerie, I see the comment you've made. Your English instructor used song lyrics as an intro to poetry. Yeah, that I've done that a few times with kids, and they just, something does click. I don't know what it is about poetry in the teenage brain. In fact, when I think back to my own time at school, I wasn't sure I always understood the poems as a 14-year-old.
I hated poetry.
I think it's. Tell you the truth, Stuart. I think it's just the word poetry.
Just the word.
You say the word poetry to somebody, and you say the word poetry to somebody, and some people just switch off. Whereas if you say, have a look at or have a listen to these song lyrics, and they start thinking about things differently.
Yeah. Quite a few years ago, I went to watch Lou Reed, not singing but reading his lyrics as poetry, which was a great evening.
Oh, I bet that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Steve Keith saying that bit of wood that you've got there is about 12 years since it's been cut down. He's still got the rest of that trunk.
See, I've got some of it here. It's nice piece.
Douglas Mungham's got a question. Does anyone know of any clubs near Walton on the Naze in Essex?
Not me, I'm afraid.
Or me?
Shug's in. Evening, Shug.
Oh,
Hey, Huey.
Ow, that's hot.
Steve, no, he's changed his mind. He's not going to colour it now.
No, they all beat me. You mean they're telling me off camera, colour it?
I can't believe we're going to do what we said. I'll have to remember that for next time.
You're earworms. You're here to guide me.
We guided you at the critical moment when we said, don't colour it.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm glad I didn't colour it, actually.
Hey, listen, if Stewart Furini says don't colour it, it must be a pretty piece.
Yeah, going back to the poetry thing, Stuart, have you ever listened or read anything by Gil Scott-Heron?
No, I haven't. I'm ashamed to say. I'll
No, he's sorry, I think he's dead now. I was about to say he's a black guy from the States, but I think he's dead now. He did quite a lot of music stuff and a hell of a lot of poetry back in the when was it? Late 70s, early 80s, coming in the 90s.
I'd heard of some of his music, but I didn't realise about the poetry and writing. John S has mentioned John Cooper Clarke.
Yeah, he did.
John Cooper Clarke.
Danny Boy's mentioned Jim Morrison.
Oh, yeah.
Valerie Henschel says the world's largest Madrona, now dead, is getting cut next weekend near her, and they'll have truckloads.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bit might fall off. You never know your luck.
Her club's been given first dibs.
Nice one, Valerie.
And Douglas is chatting her up by saying, Valerie, where are you? I think he wanted to get his hands on your Madrona, Valerie.
What's Madrona like then? I don't know the wood.
I'm fairly certain that's an American wood. Yeah.
Is it like cedar?
Oh. Where's WA?
Washington.
Oh, Washington. That'll be Washington State. So that's the
West Coast.
Northwest.
Yeah.
United States. Yeah, Northwest. Yeah.
Didn't Zombie Woodturner turn some Madrona? I think he did.
Yeah, he turns. I think he turns a fair bit of it. I think Zed's. I'm fairly certain Zed's from Oregon, which is up around that area as well.
Huey says that's a beautiful chunk of wood, Steve.
So thank you.
Sorry, Stuart.
I was just saying that Huey had joined, so he. I'm trying to think, who's the American turner who does all the coring with the McNaughton stuff and does nested bowls? I'm sure I've seen nested Madrona bowls that he's done.
Was he not a guy from California?
Yeah, Mike someone. Oh. Golly.
He hasn't actually. Who?
Mike Mahoney.
Oh right, okay. It wasn't the guy I was thinking of, but yes, yeah, very well known turner, Mike Mahoney.
Oh, Huey, thank you for correcting the spelling of my name.
Right, I think we're there. Woo. Don't she look pretty?
Lovely. I really think the way you've coloured that pine to look like you is very, very impressive.
Yeah, it's very clever that. taking the time over, putting the orange on there and putting the black dots in. That's special. That is.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say, Wayne. If you try hard, you can achieve anything. Right, I just got to pie it now. That's going to be the key thing.
You're not going to reverse it.
What?
You're not going to reverse it and turn it.
I ain't got a jam chuck like you got. I ain't got one of those fancy plates.
You don't need one.
Just put a cloth over the jaws of your chuck.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you put a centre mark in the?
Have you got any of that? Have you got any of that non-slip matting, Steve?
Yeah, I have got some of it.
Steve.
Yeah, I have.
Non-slip matting.
Yeah, I've got some.
Yeah, put some of that. Yeah, put some of that over the chuck. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Have you got a
center dot? Have you got a center dot on the tenon though?
I have.
Get you. Hey.
Woohoo! No flies on this bit of muck, boy.
God, he's proper Norfolk, isn't he?
Norfolk.
Turn the speed down before you switch it on.
I have.
There you go.
Cool, you learn something new every day.
See?
Tell you what, boys, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, don't go through the bottom like I did.
Oh, I'll try my best.
Yeah, good tip from Paul Lockwood as well about not putting too much pressure on. I've done that before and cracked the bottom.
Oops. You want to turn up a little bit more or not?
Steve, cut from the tailstock to the headstock. Don't go from the side, go from the end.
Just a little bit at a time from the tailstock to the headstock, like Mark said.
Looking good. We're all being very quiet, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Especially me.
Right.
Picture speaks
Paul
about.
Lockwood has said, make a Longworth chuck for the next time. You've got cold jaws for that chuck, haven't you, Steve?
I've got cold jaws in my SC3 chuck. Yeah, I could have put them in, really, can I? So how do you get the nib out of there? Do you just use a parting
Yeah,
tool? Or
you
what?
could have done.
Well,
or
there is a
sand
way.
top.
Yeah,
The way I do it.
you could. Right, I'd use a skew chisel.
I ain't got a skew, have I?
Yeah,
Is that
but
one of these
Take,
things?
take,
you're
take it
mad.
off the lathe. No, right, take it off. Yeah, take it off the. No, what I meant was take it off the lathe and chisel off the nub on the bottom.
I've got a proper chisel for that, though, haven't I? I could use a proper chisel for that.
Yeah, you
Well,
do.
you have. Yeah, you have.
Or you could do it like I do and Phil Anderson does. With a spindle gouge, slow speed, one-handed.
Ooh, I don't trust myself for that.
Neither do I, but I still do it just in case it's entertaining.
So let's just get a little chisel out. What do you
Barry
reckon?
Wood Creations has got a question.
What do you reckon? Is that big enough?
Oh, that'll do.
It's a bit big, really, but cool. That's hard.
In answer to Barry, chestnut is absolutely lovely to turn.
Right. That's got to be the hardest bit of the wood, that bit in the middle there. It's full of super glue, isn't it?
See, the go with the grain, Steve.
Yeah, I'm trying to, but that's full of super glue, mate. That's the trouble.
That's why I use a skew and just take it off.
If I was doing this as a video, I'd have put it on a linisher and cleaned it off with a linisher.
Huey,
Yes, Andy.
that's classic. Huey says, don't take this the wrong way, mate. Has it been so long that one of your bowls is at a bottom that you've forgotten what to do? Lol.
Yeah, and I'm going to put it on a linisher and clean it off. That'd be easier. That'd be quicker and all.
Have you just used... You haven't just used your Pro Edge to do that, have you?
No, don't be stupid.
Oh, right.
Hey, look.
Oh, okay. Oh, that one. Oh, okay.
You happy now?
Yeah.
Right, there we go. I'll just give it a light sand up with my flat drill. I can't remember the last time I'd done a bowl with a tenon on the bottom.
To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen you do one.
No, I've never done one on camera, let's put it that way. My granddad would be turning his grave, he see me doing this. Power tools on a wooden bowl. Cool.
Paul, we're not starting a Solby Pro Edge debate.
Oh, the best machine in the world.
Yeah.
Stuart's a Tormac man.
Brilliant for sharpening pencil.
I was just going to say the most expensive pencil sharpener in the world.
I've never had such sharp chisels since I had a Pro Edge for work.
Well, I've gone greedy. I started with a well, I didn't start with a Pro Edge, but that was the system I used for a long time, and then I've just been seduced by CBN wheels and Cormac jigs.
It's, at the end of the day, like people say, it doesn't matter what you use as long as you get a sharp chisel and you can do the job. It doesn't really matter.
Exactly.
Hodgepodge says probably the best bowl he's ever seen.
Oh, thank you.
From you.
What, I was going to say, from me, yeah. Just a
No,
strike one.
probably your best bowl.
Yeah, my best bowl. That's what I'm saying. My best bowl. That just says a lot, doesn't it?
I don't think it is.
Second best. Hey, Wayne.
No, I mean it's. I've seen you turn loads and loads and loads of bowls. I wouldn't really say that was your best one.
Give it a little bit of buff. Do you know what? Even I don't know about you guys, but do you struggle to remember all the projects you've done?
I struggle to remember my name.
Well, Dave, you all right, Dave? Just I was looking through my channel the other night, and there's a bowl on there that I can't remember doing. So I must have done it though.
That's old age.
Must be
That's
something.
what Hodgepodge says. You're just getting old, Steve.
Yeah, I am, mate. Yep, nearly 50. Cool. Over the hill.
Oh.
All right, thank you.
Right, I think we are there. Let's bring it on a camera that we can see it on.
Steve Coombs says second best bowl. He's got your best one.
Oh, yeah, because he won the 2K giveaway one, did he? No, he didn't win that, did he? What one's he got of mine then? You got to abbreviate now, Steve. That was Hobby Turner who won the 2K giveaway.
Well,
Anyway.
John's saying a stunning bowl, Steve.
Thank you very much.
Nice, Steve.
So
Lovely.
glad I didn't colour that. I'm so glad I managed to persuade you lot not to let me colour that.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
It's a nice piece of wood.
Very
Just
nice,
a shame.
mate, very nice.
Just a
Very
shame
classic
about that
shape.
little bit of cracking that's come through there on that. You can just see the glue. But other than that,
Nice classic shape.
classic shape for a classic.
13 thumbs up from Douglas.
Oh, thank you, Douglas. Douglas, we didn't colour it because you didn't want us to, mate. So it's all, thank you so much for persuading this lot not to let me colour. I like that. It's very nice. It's very nice indeed. Will that darken off then? Will that go more yellowy colour or orangey colour, do you think? Or will that be, is that it?
Over time, Steve, that'll turn dark brown.
Will it?
Circular Wood by Keith says, good
Yeah.
job you had a decent bit of wood to turn a decent bowl.
Thanks, Keith. Right.
Valerie says very purdy.
Herdy. Thank you.
Right. Oh God, I'll have to go back. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Right.
I mean-
Paul Lockwood said,
Don't warn us.
if everybody wants a Pro Edge for speed and ease, why don't they all buy easy chucks to save time and ease to change jaws? Right. In my opinion, or what I tend to do, Paul, is that I use one particular set of jaws for 90% of the work I do. That's why I don't buy an easy wood chuck.
I agree with you, Wayne. I would say because you need to sharpen your tools more often than you need to change jaws.
Definitely.
How many times
Plus,
during a
I
bowl
get the same.
you change?
I get the same profile every time using the Pro Edge.
Within seconds.
And I work on the premise that if it's good enough for him and Mike Walt, it's good enough for me.
Hobby Turner saying you've got to do. Okay, so now you've got to do one to colour before you leave tonight.
Man, glutton for punishment, isn't he?
Robert
what I did-
Hodgepodge
here's what I did
said
earlier. There we go.
it's even easier to have a chuck for every jaw you have. It might well be if you've got loads and loads of money. It's a hell of a lot easier just to have one set of jaws that you use 90% of the time.
To be honest, when I bought my lathe, I bought, obviously you get the standard jaws with it. I bought a set of large Holden jaws and the small, the little tiny Holden jaws, and I've only ever used them once, and that's like 2.5 years. So they sit there doing jack. So
Yeah.
the cold jaws are up on the SC3, which I could have used for that really, rather than doing it, but it don't matter. But
I was lying down.
hey, you was lying down.
Douglas Mugger says, Mark, was you lying down? Oh, yeah, I was a bit.
Apparently, I'm looking nervous, Terry.
Mm.
It's just my resting face.
Oh, for your first time earworming, Stuart, I think you've done brilliant.
Yeah, very good.
You're a natural.
Thank you very much. It's been fun.
No, as long as you've enjoyed it, mate, that's the main thing. That's what we aim for.
Definitely, definitely. I think probably the nervous face is me reading the chat, concentrating.
Oh, Rich is here. Hi, Beard.
Right, Andy.
Beard 16's in.
Right, Andy's asking me a question. Did you get your collar chuck yet? And if so, have you used it? No, that's a Christmas present, Andy. I'll not be getting that till Christmas, and then I will be using it after that. And I will mainly be using it for doing finials. That's the only reason that I'm getting it, is purely to do finials.
Right, I'm going to ask the chat a question now. And if they agree, me, Wayne, and Mark have got to do it. So, on the next makers... Hang on, I've got to show you something.
Whoa.
No.
Hang on.
On the next Battle of the Makers, I think we should do it in fancy dress. Christmas fancy dress. What do you reckon?
No way.
Oh, come on, don't be
That
such
is
a grouch.
never happening.
I'll wear my bowler hat.
No, it's not happening, Steve.
Fancy dress.
Oh,
Right,
man.
Steve. In all seriousness, I don't do things like that.
No,
It's just not me. I'm sorry,
Oh,
and I don't
okay.
care what the chat says. It is never happening.
You can put a Christmas hat on, though, can't you, Shirley?
don't call him Shirley.
I'll tell you what I might do is put my bar humbug hat on. If
There
I
you
can
go.
find it. But that's
He's
Yes.
participating.
as far as it gets.
Oh, man.
I'll wear my bowler hat and me kilt.
Oh, well, no, don't do that to us,
No.
Mark, for God's sake.
I do
Oh.
not get involved with any sort of fancy dress for any occasion whatsoever. Do you
All
not
right,
think this
okay.
is bad enough?
Well, I was hoping I was going to cover some of it up, but
Wayne, show us your T-shirt. Show everybody your T-shirt.
show Drilly.
Grilly!
Drilly's the real star.
Yeah,
Remember
Wayne's
that, folks.
just the tag along.
Oh, Scott's in. Hi, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Oh, Shugs just said Wayne can wear his Guantanamo suit again. Piss off.
The Beard X16 has just joined us. Richard, nice to see you.
Hi, Rich. So, there you go. Nice little bowl for tonight. No colouring. No colouring.
Booyahs.
Movies.
Coward.
Actually, I'm glad I didn't colour it, to be honest. But
I think
that's
the only colour you could have coloured that would have been black. Anything else would have been horrible.
Blimey, Stuart. Talk about radical.
I think
Scott
colouring it
said,
really
I
would-
think this is Steve. You might be in luck because Scott said, and I think he's referring to the quiz. He's going full Santa outfit.
Woo.
Well, that means
Well, at least
Lewis
we'll have
has
a
to
laugh.
as well. Lewis has to then as well. Or we'll be down to points.
I don't have a Santa suit. I've got a Santa sack.
Oh, all right, Stuart, careful. I know we're after the watershed, but calm down. The sack that keeps giving.
I'll have to
Wait,
bring it home.
tell you the truth. I have got a Santa sack. It's full of wood.
Oh, dear. Right. Let's kill it.
Cool.
Right, thank you so much, everybody, for coming over. Thank you to these guys, and especially thank you to Stuart for coming over and joining us. Hopefully, we'll get him on again sometime. If he agrees to it, we might have started him for life, but you never know.
I am
So-
organised.
So, what was I going to say? I'm off track now. Tomorrow, is Ed Oliver on tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, so Ed Oliver's on tomorrow. I don't know if Em is on, but if not, we'll have
Andy's
Nick.
on.
Oh yes, Andy's on. What time is he on?
Andy's on.
Yeah, what
Half
time?
7.
7:30, and then Nick the
7:30.
Flaming Turner's on after that. And then Sunday, I'm on again, 1 o'clock Sunday. I don't know if Dale's doing a pop-up, is he?
He
Don't
might
know.
be.
No, so I don't know if
Don't
Dale's
know.
doing a pop-up.
I think Hodgepodge has got a premiere. I think it's
Yep.
6 on Sunday.
Yeah, he's just put that in the chat, yeah.
Who was
Meet
going
us,
to do a
in, meet
live?
us in the national podcast.
Pete
9:30.
from Twisted Trees
Oh.
is doing a live.
Pete from Twisted Trees is doing a live.
Yeah.
Right, that's
Sunday.
Sunday. Yep, so
Yeah.
keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, on Sunday.
Then we've got Make Is It Podcast International, 9:30. JP at 11, and then Caitlin the Cat at, is it 11:15?
Around about 15:15, yeah.
Yeah, so Caitlin about 15:15, and then we're back to Monday afternoon with the one and only Mr. Wayne the Woodturner, the one who nicks all the spots. But we're not going to hold any grudges because he's quite good at it. So anyway, guys.
Just quite good, Wayne.
Yeah,
Just quite good.
So we'll see you soon. Take care.
If anybody wants to come in and do Mondays and Friday lunchtime, you carry on.
You won't get many viewers because they'll all be watching him.
They will be watching Wayne, yeah, so don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Steve, could I make just a quick plug for Woodturner's retreat on the 12th of December that I'm
Yes,
appearing
you can,
to?
mate. Did you put a link in the chat?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Now. Oh, well, didn't have a WW in front of it. I'll quickly do that now. Which is, it's the first paid Zoom demo I've ever been involved in. And it's me and Chris Parker. And then from the States, Jeff Hornung and Todd Rains. And from Canada, Cade Bolger and Joanne Savageau. And 5 p.m. English time till 1 a.m. But details in the link I've just posted there. It'd be great to see some of you there. Thank you, Steve.
Ronald G. Campbell, who has set this up, Ronald G. Campbell, who has set this up, does a Woodturner's retreat every year in the States, which is a whole weekend, a camping weekend, with loads of vendors there and people teaching various different things to do with woodturning. Sadly, obviously, with the things that have been going on this year, it couldn't happen. So he's put together this. Is it happening? I think it's happening on Zoom, isn't it?
Yeah,
Stuart?
There'll be breakout rooms for you to visit. Each person will have their own breakout room. So we're trying to make it as much like a show as possible, where you can move from like stall to stall, as it were. And we're going to be available for the whole 8 hours, but maybe with a convenience break here or there.
So it should be a hell of a afternoon, evening for us in the UK. Well, for everybody everywhere, to tell you the truth. I think Ronald spent a hell of a lot of time pulling this together. So big up to him for doing that, and it should be a great time.
Are the tickets available on the website you've put on this, Stuart?
Yeah, and thanks to Huey for making a clickable link. I failed that as my earworm rookie status showing through there. Yeah, tickets available. It's $20, which is about 15 quid for 6 demos.
Lovely. All right. Okay, not
Ben, I don't know if it's been recorded or not. I've got no idea on that one. But certainly when Ronald has done the proper live retreats, he definitely puts out, or he has in the last few years, he has put out various videos over the weekend of what's been going on, and various lives over the weekend of what's been going on. So I would think somewhere along the way he will be recording some of it anyway.
Yeah, I think there are plans to record each demo.
Cool.
Be good. Be a good weekend. What's that? 2 weeks away, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So make sure you go and get your tickets, guys. Right, we're going to kill it. We'll see you guys later. I'll see you Sunday. Don't forget all the other lives. If you want to check out the lives, go over to Scott's channel, the Blue Light Turner. He's got an event page on his website, and you'll be able to download that to keep in touch with all the demos. And you never know, Stuart might do a live on Sunday if his wife lets him. Speak nice to Mrs. Furini. So anyway, guys,
nicely.
See you guys later. Have a great weekend. Speak to you soon. Take care. Be safe. And see you later. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Night, everybody.